Hey guys, what's up? My name is Anthony, and welcome to another episode of BNA Sports Talk. So, even though I did these for like 3 weeks, like pretty much every single day, I kind of got bored with the format type thing, and it kind of didn't allow me to express myself creatively or do different things. So what I'm going to try to do is start reacting to like sports commentators' predictions, try to make funny things rather than my opinion. Because in the end, I don't really know a lot about football. I'm kind of just trying to be like the common man, like, you know, you talk to me, I talk to you, blah, blah, blah. I'm not trying to be somebody who pretends like he knows a lot. I'm just here to throw my opinion into the ring. So, I'm going to toss my opinion about the AAF into the, into the ring. I don't know, I keep on saying into the ring, but the AAF is basically just an amateur football league. It's like the American Alliance for Football or something like that. There are 8 teams. There were 2 games last night that kind of kicked off the whole thing. They stream on YouTube, which I like. I don't want to, I don't have to find it on TV like my Giants. It's down here in Florida. Don't really get put on unless they're facing a southern team like the Buccaneers or something. So that was good. You get to see your team. The team I root for, I guess it's Orlando, because I go to UF and Steve Spurrier is a coach there, and plus it's in Florida. Not too much representation up north, which I kind of understand because it's all snowy there and nobody's really... I feel like down there it's more rooted towards their schools. Like down here, people could just root for anything. It's kind of like laissez-faire, but up there it's like, you're a Green Bay Packer fan, you're a Green Bay Packer fan. Don't expect like the Green Bay Cheez-Its to come in and, destroy the league, and everyone's rooting for them. So I feel like the northern, there are more traditions, but down here, it's, you have some college fans. You can get in a whole new audience. Now, as far as the rules, I think they're micromanaging just a little bit. I think it's a good way to test some football rules to see if they'd work in the NFL. Although, the amateurs aren't quite NFL players, it's the closest you can get. Like the no kickoffs, or like the receptions on no kickoffs. Like, do people like it? Do people think it's ruining the game? Or, you can't rush too many people, or there are a lot of rules and little tidbits that you have to get used to, which it kind of ruins the game a little bit. But they're there for a reason. They're not there for no reason, just for the shits and giggles. I see why they have those rules. And the players themselves aren't really that good. Like, a couple of these guys, I was expecting in the beginning to have a couple like Blake Bortles in there. Like, oh yeah, I remember like Johnny Manziel. Like, he sucked in the NFL. It would be pretty cool to see him. I love the minor league idea with football, because you got to play football. These players, the NFL season is long. Once they don't make a team, it's just like, I gotta wait. It gives them something to look forward to. It gives scouts something to look at. And think about it, you've been playing football your entire life, and then all of a sudden you graduate high school and that's it. It gives the guys the second chance to pursue football. And even if when you do the league for 3-4 years, I think it's after the 3rd year you sign, after the contract, you get paid like $250,000, which is a decent salary. And then you get a stipend for a secondary school, which I love. It promotes school. It's okay. I didn't make it, but now there's something at the end of the road. Now, if for football, it's just like, I didn't make it. Now I have to use my degree to get something else. But it gives the guys a second chance. Maybe they went to a small college and they didn't really get recruited that well, or nobody really looked at them. It gives them a second chance to be like, hey, and you never know. What will make this league really good is if one player like Odell, is really underrated, and then he becomes a star in the AAF. Like, yeah, according to yesterday, that wouldn't have happened because there's still so many. The lack of offense was insane, because it takes a while for offense is more choreographed and defense is more like destroy everything type. I mean, even though there are strategy defense, I'm not trying to be that naive. It's harder for offenses to kind of get on the same page like right away, because there's plays, there's chemistry. You have to know what the guy's gonna do. With defense, it's just like, okay, just tackle the guy. It's not as simple as that, but you guys get the point. So the American Football Alliance, I like it. I think it's a good idea. You got to test some things out in football. after the NFL season, it's like, oh wait, I gotta wait 7 months for my team to play again. And especially teams that know their team is out by November, like the Browns every year. No, just kidding. They actually did pretty well this year, to my surprise. So it gives teams something to look forward to. Maybe they have a local team, they have something to root for. Maybe it's just like, oh, I want to see, I want my team to get one of these players or something like that down the line. I'm not sure how the contracts work, whether you have to play all 3 years or whether, like, if you get recruited by the NFL, you can just hop ship and go. But I love to see some, like, homegrown stories of, like your George Kittles or your Victor Cruzes. Imagine he went through the AAF. There's potentially a lot of lost talent there. And the fact that they're trying to make it less collisions, a little bit softer, so you're not all banged up before you go into the NFL, that's good too. I mean, it is all for entertainment in the end. Like, you don't want to play all these years and then end up having a banged up body and then, being destroyed with all these medical bills and certain things like that. But yeah, that's my opinion on the AAF. It is a pretty quick, short video. I think it has a bright future. Do I think it's gonna take off? No, I think it's gonna be kind of quiet for a couple years, and it's gonna take a couple of stars come in the NFL for it to work. And I'm not even sure how the ratings are gonna be or how anything like that's gonna happen. But I'm looking forward to it. I'll probably watch like one game here and there if they're streaming on YouTube. That's the main thing. I'm not gonna go out of my way to see it, but if I see it streaming on YouTube, I'll pop in, watch a couple plays. Right now I don't have any rooting power. That's the thing. It's kind of hard to get into if you're not rooting for any team. It's kind of like when you're watching the Super Bowl with your friends. It's a Super Bowl. It means something special, so it doesn't really matter for you. Even if it's two teams that you don't like, you can still have a good time. But with a different sport, it's just like, oh, I'm just kind of watching it. It's kind of like the WNBA. It's just like, oh, these players aren't good. It's not really entertaining, and there's another product that I'd rather be watching right now. But there is no product. I feel like it's filling a void. And yeah, it should be pretty successful. If you get enough talent and the officiating, if that ends up working out with a lot of good calls being made, but just in the booth, not by the refs, non-biased, and it's just one guy making decisions all the time. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know your guys' opinions about the AAF. And what do you think that and the XFL can actually compete against football? And see you in my next video. Bye, guys.